Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Enjoying my cup of coffee. A black cup of coffee at 20 to 1 in the morning. Don't say I don't put the graft in, people. Don't say I don't put the work in. Don't say I don't ruin my sleep pattern for the people here. We just listened to Cursive's Domestica by the band Cursive. I've never heard this band before. It was recommended on Patreon by my friend Marcus. He sent across a message. He said, check this out if you haven't done so already, if you've not come across this act. Bruh, I've never come across this act in my entire life. Fascinating sound. Fascinating world I've existed in within the last 40 minutes listening to this record. I had to Google search what genre of music this was, because to me it's rock music. Google told me it was indie alt music, indie rock music. Someone in the comments said emo music, which I didn't consider on, prior to coming across that message. But when I saw somebody reference them as emo, I thought, makes a bit of sense. There is emo elements to this, most definite. Good production, solid production, professional production. Good instrumental, relatively minimalistic instrumental. With that being said, I'm quite a fan of minimalism in music. I don't like it being too just arty-farty for the sake of it. I like it to be good for the people, as opposed to being like egocentric fart fest of noises. I'd rather not have that. We've had 9 tracks on the record, and trust me, they make the most of what they've got with that 9 tracks. We don't need any more tracks. We don't need any less tracks. We definitely don't need any less. I think 9 was just the right amount. Any less, you'd probably be lacking on a bit of material. Anything more, you could probably push it to 10 or 11, but hey, 9 tracks, pristine. I was more than happy with that. This was a very easy listening record. I could just shut off and just allow the music to soak over, With that being said, that does mean that nothing in particular really reached out and grabbed me, but nothing like that, I would say the same to the Deftones. They don't reach out and grab, but people absolutely adore them, love them, and they've got a fantastic sound. So I don't say that as a negative. I say it just as it's good. Without being disrespectful, it's good background music, It's good music to not overtly disrupt your brain going left, right, and centre. It's nice, pleasant sounds, even though it's a guy shouting over some distorted guitars. It's quite a smooth sound, Maybe that's down to the drummer. The drummer just, not being too fruity on the kit, just driving it forward from A to B, from track 1 to track 9. Just doing his thing, getting the music to the end. You know what I mean? Shooting it into the back of the goal. I preferred them with a little bit of distortion. They're nice when they come in with the dual guitar bits overlapping. They tend to have a couple of moments where they do a couple of licks and sort of trade off back and forth, and that's pretty cool. That was a part of this band I liked. Alongside the natural harmonics on the guitars, I thought that was somewhat of a trademark of the sound of this band, because it was the first thing that caught my ear, and they finished off on that as well. So almost as if they knew that was something special with the band. Vocally, not too bad. Nothing that strikes me as like I can really get involved with, but vocally, not too bad. I reckon it's a guitarist's band, because there's a couple of riffs in here. Nothing complex, just like rock riffs, man. Power chords. Da 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 da. Maybe a little bit heavier than AC/DC, although AC/DC can be heavy when they want. Don't you get me wrong. What more do I need to say? There was a good bass guitar presence. Overall, it was a dark sound. I don't know if I was influenced by the album artwork being of dark colours, but, quite of a darker production. But a very polished production with that being said. If I was to rate it, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's not something I'm going to come back to, but I appreciate the sound. I do appreciate the sound. With that being said, I'm signing out. One love to my man Marcus who put this forward. Been putting me on some very good music as of recent. One love. Bye-bye.